How come it's not working?
Let's ask Seeker. This all has to end, and I'd rather it was sooner than later.
I am doing my best, my love.
There's a spectral web here, but it's new. It's stronger, but I think I can do it.
Whoa, easy there.
This'll only take a moment. See?
Well, throwing my weapons through your will is a little unsettling. The spell isn't working. I think she's gone.
Onwards.
Where are you, you wee witch? How can she find anything in this mess?
Is that really what's important right now?
She draws well. Why is there a letter from Deborah Comenius here?
And who's Grace? No way back to New Eden Town, and no Seeker either. Our only clue points to Kate Newsmith. Maybe she knows this Grace, and where to find her.
Manual on how to hide from men.
Wish I had one. Shall we dance then? They're vexed now. Change targets. Tormented first. Can I join in too?
God, you're tougher than a gadfly.
I can help. If the spirit chases were working, we wouldn't have specters. I'd stay to figure it out, but we need to see Kate.
Backed by the Banishers, Helen Priest dethroned Captain Pennington. Dark truths were unearthed. Some secrets remain buried. The survivors must now set aside old sins and build themselves lives worth living. But can Helen Priest lead them into the future, chained as she is to her past?
I get the feeling folk are preparing to leave.
Haunted house.
Shall we?
We're closed.
Red McCraith, ma'am, at your service.
Ah, he who killed the beast. Well done.
Thank you. What's your name?
You may call me Jane.
Is this your store?
Yes, it is. Now that Squire Paris has walked on.
I take it he hasn't just gone for a stroll. Can I ask what happened?
He died. I was out hunting, and when I came back, his spirit had gone. It was wrong to leave him to die alone.
His ghost now haunts you. But you know that, right?
Leave his spirit alone, Banisher.
It's no small thing to be haunted.
It's no small thing to be dead. The Squire has always protected me. That's more than I can say for most people. Now I'll do the same for him.
Dear Jane, too kind.
Paris, I presume.
You presume correct. Squire Sincere Paris, or what's left of him.
I'm a banisher, you know. I could help you, both of you. That's what I do.
I don't know. This is new to me. Jane stands by me, though I'm dead. Oh, remarkable woman.
You've only ever stood by me. Now, Banisher, we have work to do, as I'm sure do you, elsewhere. You'll surely be more useful to someone else.
You there? A word, if I may. We must talk.
I think he means you.
Wonderful. Go on, then.
One goes to another. Your rigging says you are, or were, a banisher, correct?
Correct. I'm Antea Duarte, and this is Red McWraith. What can we do for you?
As I'm sure you're aware, someone, somewhere, has made a mistake. Several mistakes, in fact.
Oh, aye.
Yes, I'm not supposed to be dead, and even if I were, I shouldn't be here talking to you. I seem to be haunting Jane. I'd like to implore you to do whatever it is you do and send me on my way.
Do you have any unfinished business that could be keeping you here?
Business was my trade. Trade was my business, but I'm not here because of unsold stock. I must be here for Jane. She was my bodyguard. The contract was informal, but we obeyed it to the letter. For my part, for years I helped to track a group of mercenaries known as the Hummingbirds.
Go on.
I'd rather not. Jane's proudly Pennacook, and her story is her own. She'd tell it to you before she tells your man. She doesn't much trust white men.
I'm shocked. Keep talking.
Before we left New Eden Town, Jane had a secret. She was working on a map. I suspect she was up to something dangerous.
Unfinished business. I'd like to see that map.
If you look behind me, you'll find her quarters. Be discreet. I've betrayed her trust enough.
Jane doesn't trust her boss.
We should poke through the squire's books. How do you rebuild a life after such horror?
With help. And Squire Paris seems willing.
I wonder about the epidemic. Was it a local disease or something else?
She's very defensive about that particular patch of forest.
Like you with the blanket when the night is cold.
Jane,
Banisher?
may I see your wares?
You may even buy them, if you have the coin.
I'll leave you then. Good day.
Red McWraith. I didn't expect you back.
I'm working my way back to New Eden Town.
There, you're on your own.
I'm trying to track someone down, and I was hoping you could help me.
I doubt I'll be much use, but I'll help you if I can.
So, I found your name in an old letter. It was addressed to someone by the name of Grace. It was written by Deborah Comenius.
You're tenacious. I'll give you that. But must you push so?
Deborah wrote of a cabin in the woods. Could this Grace person have found it?
I don't know. It was all a very long time ago. I had forgotten her.
Did Grace ask you for help?
No. Grace Pennington vanished. No one ever saw her again.
Grace Pennington? As in Captain Saul Pennington?
Pennington had a daughter, and you knew her.
I knew her, but not well. Deborah had her in the school and spoke of her from time to time. Shy as a porcupine and twice as prickly, as I recall.
Deborah wrote the letter in February 1688. When did Grace disappear?
Months later, Pennington accused Deborah of being a witch. In my recollection, that moment overshadows all others.
Could Grace have survived alone out here in the woods?
Possibly. But could she remain unseen? No. All thought she'd left New Eden. Gone west, perhaps into the wilds.
Does the name Seeker mean anything to you?
It sounds less a name than a calling, but neither mean anything to me. We done.
One more question. Did the school teacher keep a cabin in the woods?
Deborah spent much time walking the woods, trying to understand New Eden, she said. Now that you mention it, I remember a snowstorm. She spent 3 days in a hut not far from here. Southeast, across the drawbridge, along the path towards the mine. If it's still there.
The settlement seems to be doing well with you in charge.
We've made some gains, but we're far from ready to leave.
Did you tell them what Thickskin did?
I told them she died hunting the beast. Some are yet in their sullens, but they're better with sleep now the nightmares have stopped.
Perhaps them not knowing is for the best.
If we are to keep our chins up and leave for good, better they stay in the dark. Still, some troubles yet vex. The bodies of the lost are buried, many without names, but we found tracks. They lead away into the woods. Some may have escaped. I need to know for sure.
If they're alive, you mean?
Yes. And if they're dead, that they won't be coming back. We need no more beasts.
A new scourge is always possible, but very unlikely without the nightmare's influence.
Probably best to confirm, eh?
Thank you. I followed the tracks as far as I could from the killing ground. I left a red flag as a marker. From there, I ventured no further.
I'm sorry to bring this up, but your sister owed me money.
So?
I did my part. As the new leader of the camp, the debt falls on you.
Let me be sure I understand. You killed my sister, and now you're asking me for payment.
Well, the beast is dead, and I don't work for free.
You've a neck of brass and a bastard's heart. I hope your mother's very proud of you.
Listen, you don't pay a banisher to get what you want, but to do what must be done. And the beast is dead. Pay me.
You may take your blood money for bad work well done, and shove it in your choice of hole.
Do you wish to talk about what happened with the beast?
You killed my sister. I have nothing more to say to you.
I'm sorry for your loss. Thickskin hired me to rid the forest of the beast. It was a haunting. I resolved it.
Your work presents you with ill-starred choices. I hope they weigh heavy.
They do. More than you could know.
Good.
Goodbye to you for now, Kate.
Where are you? Where have you gone?
Just our luck that when we need Seeker the most, she disappears.
I still don't understand why the ritual failed.
Let's just find the hut. I believe Daniel Keene has worked for us.
You did it, didn't you, you mutton-faced old hag? You damned well upped and did it. Oh!
Good day to you, Mr. Keene.
Likewise, sir. What brings you this way?
Everything all right?
All right. No. Mind you, things are better than they were. Thick skin was... well, she could be sharp. Not everyone liked that.
Interesting. But not what I meant. The thing is, Mr. Keene, you're haunted.
Me? Who'd want to haunt me? I'm not the kind to have lovers nor enemies. No. Wait. Edith. I've not seen my sister. Could it be her?
The sister is missing. These people just can't stay out of trouble.
How long has your sister been missing?
I don't know. Longer than she should. I hate them woods, I do. They're strange. Voices echo in the trees. Puts the woolies right up me. Please, sir, my sister may be in danger. Can you find her?
We know what lurks in the woods. He wouldn't last an hour out there.
I can make no promises, Mr. Keene. I am sympathetic to your predicament.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Goodbye for now, Daniel.
Hurry. Find my sister, please.
Voices from the dead ripple here.
Look. A chest.
Well, open it, Job and all.
Is it a map? Could it be a treasure map?
Let me see. Give it here.
So, a treasure map.
Did Edith go treasure hunting alone?
So I see. Can't eat that.
I'm at my wit's end with it.
That decay is consistent with a haunting.
Your crop is meagre, but it's growing.
Pray it stays that way. What little grain we have is rotten.
These tools have seen some service.
The Keenes aren't lazy. Oh, they do look annoyed.
Piss off! Get lost, won't you?
Symbols. The hut may be near. I sense magic. Could Seeker be here?
Fear is foul and foul is fair. There's a lot of fog down there.
Follow my lead. I can...
Get lost, won't you?
This can't be a coincidence. Could Grace be Seeker? dusty. Seeker hasn't been here for a long time.
Anyone home?
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell.
Deborah knew about this place.
Focus on the matter at hand, Red.
I am. Fine wardrobe for a youngster.
They're rags.
And they won't help us find her. Aye. Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny, and neither is this.
Aye. Fair enough.
But I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. Seeker drew this. Now we know she's in the mountains. In the mountains, behind a magic door. And the circle is, somehow, the key. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell. And Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Sure.
Whatever it is, out with it.
Oh, now what I say is worth listening to.
Only when it doesn't slow us down.
You're in an awful hurry. We need to get this right. We cannot afford to fail.
We won't fail if you stop dragging your feet. No governor, no meeting house. And it seems, no faith.
As a community and as individuals, we can do better. I can do better.
Well, ho there! What a pleasant surprise. I was fair and sure that I'd never see you again.
Ahojte.
Far away, God willing. Build bridges, say the wise, that people may better understand each other. Build a jetty, say I, so that a ship may come and we can leave. New Eden is a fascinating study for you and I. But for ordinary folk, it is, as I've heard it put, a shite hole.
Leaving changes nothing. You just end up making the same mistake somewhere else.
We must always be open to the possibility that people may learn from their mistakes. Is that not right, Mr. McCraith?
Spoken like a leader.
I fear, however, that not everyone shall listen. I fear what shall befall them if they stay behind.
We found a page ripped from a book. Here, do you recognize it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Yes, it seems to be. Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but harmless little book?
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another ritual to another friend?
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Pennington now, and we were hoping you'd help us find her.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
When was the last time you saw Grace Pennington?
It had to be a few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. When I returned to visit, the hut had disappeared. Which makes sense now that I think of it.
That's it? You never again tried to find your best friend, your only friend.
Well, you see, some weeks later, the first whispers of witchcraft started to fly about town. I kept my head down, and Grace was better off out of it. I was right. And I'm glad she escaped. Strange to think of her again after so long.
Ever heard of someone named Seeker?
Seeker? No. Sounds like a title, like my true pursuer. This Seeker... Is she Grace? Is she alive? Do you know where she is?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive. We're trying to find her.
We think she's hidden herself away behind your dissimulation spell.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult once you're armed with the salient facts.
How does the ritual work?
It creates illusions so effective that they deceive even the keenest eye. There are more effective cloaking spells, but the Trismegistus riddles do have a simple elegance.
The short version, please, ending with how we break it.
Yes, of course. To achieve that, all you need is the caster's full name and the symbol used to make fast the illusion.
Grace Pennington and a triangle pointing downwards.
Well then, now all you need is a simple counterspell from the same book and... Oh my.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Araloo. In the void.
That's just great. Just great.
Yes, but in my defence, once you've retrieved the book, dispelling Grace's illusion will be like a walk in the park, comparatively speaking.
We overheard you. What are you working on?
I, to my horror, am working on a speech. It's terrible. I don't even know where to start.
You're a big boy. You'll figure it out.
I appreciate your confidence, though I admit I do not share it.
Are things that bad?
Tell the truth, I don't rightly know. They don't trust me. They tell me nothing, and when they do, they're probably lying. And without the wards, well, I fear things will get worse before they get better. In fact, they already have. Spectres walk, and we are in need of a banisher, or two. If you can bring people peace, well, I doubt they'll be grateful. But perhaps they should have the strength to believe in a brighter future.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her. More. Come on then. Talk to me. Don't hold back.
You act as though all is well, as though I had not died. I'm dead, and I'm not all right. I'm not all right at all, but you pretend not to see it. That makes me angry, and it makes me sad.
I never wanted that.
I know. Someone is vexed behind that door.
Excuse the mess. Another bottle broke. It's no big business.
Are you sure you're all right? You seem a little overwhelmed.
A bottle fell from its shelf. No big business, Mr. McWraith. Happens all the time.
Have we met? I'd surely remember.
I saw you strutting cocksure about the meeting house like some Scottish king. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you, your majesty.
Likewise, miss.
I am no miss. I'm Mistress Phoebe Walcott, and you are in my store.
Are you all right?
If you must know, sir, I have a drinking problem.
Really?
I do. My liquor disappears. My bottles fall to the floor and break, though I'm nowhere near. 'Tis a drinking problem indeed.
Objects inexplicably vanishing, moving or breaking. Either you're haunted or you're clumsier than you think.
Haunted, you say? Well, your majesty, why not? As the saying goes, when life gives you a torrent of shit, may as well be haunted.
You could be in danger. To be haunted is rarely good.
Well now, that is bad news. Which is good, because I don't believe in good news.
I'm offering you my help. Can you afford to refuse it?
I don't believe in helping hands either. But if you want to do whatever it is you do, please feel free to do it.
When did the bottle breaking start?
I don't know. I gave up on keeping track of time, or things. Normally, if a bottle disappears, I drank it and forgot. But I'm not wrong about this. In quiet moments, I hear the bottle glass crack. When I'm not there, the liquor moves about. Other times, they dare to fall of a sudden, out of nowhere, and break upon the floor. The shelves are straight and proper stacked. I had Ishmael check. 'Tis a mystery, right enough.
Ishmael and you were close, I believe.
Oh, how folk love to talk. They're wrong. There's nothing improper between me and Ishmael. He works for me, and we enjoy each other's company. He's a good friend who lives upstairs. I have my own little house across the way. Ah, talk of an angel. Hear the flutter of his wings.
Phoebe? What's the matter? Oh, good day. What can I do?
Well, it's just another bottle broke. I'd blame my butterfingers, but Mr. Banisher here thinks we may have a ghost.
God take my soul. I'm sorry. The spilled liquor. The stink.
Come now. Come now.
I'm sorry.
All is well, Ishmael. Breathe. Just breathe. It's just another worry fit. You'll be fine.
While he gets back on his feet, let's look around.
Half our operation wiped out at a stroke.
Curses are bad for business.
Broken glass.
She said bottles in her house shifted and fell. We should check it out.
Calm you now, Ishmael.
Poor Ishmael has fits of worry.
I feel like he panicked when I mentioned the ghost.